Hey, what is up guys, MixelPlx here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I level gold hoarders in season 12, but there is a twist. If you haven't noticed the scenery around us right now, we're in the Devil's Roar. Now, action loot in this biome is worth up to 150% to 200% bonus of their original value, which is insane considering you can also add on emissary value as well with that. That's crazy, but the biome is unpredictable to say the least. So to start things off, we're gonna go get some supplies. Now I went ahead and did this step in particular, but I do need to go ahead and explain, as I've seen a lot of comments from other videos relating to buying supplies glitching out. So when you buy supplies at a merchant, what you're gonna wanna do is buy them here first at the merchant. Now, if you happen to buy a crate and you are incapable of pulling this from the NPC, what you need to go do is you need to go buy supplies at the shipwright. For some reason this fixes it, and it's just a stupid bug, but it is a thing right now. So if your supplies do glitch out or your crates glitch out, make sure you do that, and you should be able to get them pretty quickly. Also note that shipwright also sometimes just scams you, and sometimes you just don't get your food, or sometimes you don't get any of it. It really just depends. Now, just like in the previous video, we're going to be raising Order of Souls. So now you can do this at any outpost and dive to this location if you'd like to, but for the sake of the video, we're going to be at the Devil's Roar already. You went ahead and voted at the table right here. Now, this is a crucial step if you want to gain maximum reputation in gold, and it's crucial to getting a lot of good chests on your boat. Now, by doing so, the items and reputation you can gain is 150% bonus, and I believe it does multiply as well. That's pretty big, and in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty nuts, and we'll go more into this in just a little bit here. Now, for the voyage, let's go ahead and jump on our boat, and I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at our different voyages, so let's go ahead and go to our quest table here. Let's take a look. Go to Gold Hoarder, and we have a bunch of different options here. We have Buried Treasure, Riddle, Treasure Vault, Medley, Raid Voyages, and Tutorial. Now, raid voyages, I got some comments saying, Mix, why not just do raid voyages? Just do them on cooldown. Just keep doing them. I'm going to be honest. I'm one for stacking. Obviously it's in my blood. I love it. But I also don't enjoy raiding because eventually, if you raid too many times, if you dive too many times, the game has a chance to also reduce the quality. Like, you almost get a slow-mo effect with cannons. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it, but because of the dive mechanic, you can also get stuck also diving as well, which it's not a common bug, but it can happen. And not only that, I just don't like doing raids, if that makes sense. Like, for me, I've really been enjoying relearning islands, learning the different things, because it is game knowledge in some degree, and I've done enough world events honestly for a lifetime at this point. Even though I'll probably end up doing them in the future, I'm enjoying my break. So, but for me, that's my opinion. If you enjoy raid voyages, obviously do this, but for this video, we're trying to find the most successful way for any size crew, whether it's a solo, a duo, a trio, or a galleon, to make a good amount of coin and also reputation as well. And this is just a method that I find to be most successful for myself. Now, we have Buried Treasure. Now, Buried Treasure, at most, you can get 3 different chests. These are going to be the same chests. So at top end, you're going to get Seamasters, which are really good. But again, that's not bad, but we want a little bit more. Riddles. I haven't actually done a riddle yet specifically, but I'm assuming the loot is going to be the same in the Medley. So correct me if I'm wrong there, but I still haven't done one of these because I do them with Medleys. Now, Treasure Vaults. I always get, Mix, are treasure vaults worth your time? Should I do them? Is it worth it? I'll be completely honest, unless you were doing these for a commendation, I would say honestly, no. The reason for this, if you're a solo player, not that these are bad in terms of value or commendations, and the sales that you get with these are phenomenal. It takes a lot of time to do these, and I wouldn't make these a main focus. But again, if you enjoy doing these vaults, they're a blast. I've completed all the commendations for these. I had a great time doing these with Cotton. Again, it is optional, but because you're in the Roar, there is a chance for the volcanoes to blow up, and that is going to be unfortunate if you're just by yourself. Now, we're going to be doing medleys. Now, when we first found out about medleys, we were doing this in the standard biomes and Shores of Plenty. Now, Shores of Plenty is an optional way of doing this, so if you don't know what I'm talking about here, I would go ahead and go to Sanctuary, over here. It's one of my favorite biomes, and start your quest. Now you have a chance of going from Canyon Cove to Lone Cove, and then or just wherever the key or the compass goes. But there's the negative of doing this in regular biomes. If you haven't noticed, what's the biggest thing here is distance. There's a lot of travel time from point A to B, which you spend a lot of your time sailing. You're not spending that time efficiently, and this is one of the huge benefits of the Devil's Roar as well. Let's take an example from Canyon Cove to Lone Cove alone, which is a very common Voyage is getting like a dig here and a riddle at Lone Cove. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're looking at this, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roughly, we're going to start at Sanctuary here, so you'll go to Lone Cove and go south, whereas for our current quest, which we have, or did have, we had Flintlock Peninsula, Ruby's Fall, and usually the compass is at one of these islands. That's one of the beautiful things about the Roar, is it tends to double up your voyages. So the compass will start off at one of these islands, and if you happen to get lucky, you can get the key right away. At the very least, you're getting another trinket to add onto your collection. So the reason why I love the Devil's Roar for Gold Hoarders, because yes, the biome is just this side. Now, if you look from here, it's literally U8 all the way down to U23. And this is chock full of small islands and large islands as well. Now let's go ahead and vote ourselves a Medley, which, if you aren't aware, contain all three of these above. You get a treasure vault key compass, you get a riddle, and you get chest to dig. It's literally all three put into one. So let's go ahead and vote this down. And let's see what we get. We should get Ruby's Fall, Flintlock Peninsula, and our compass, which appears to be, let's see here, northwest. So northwest, it's probably going to be a Forsaken Brink or Cinder Islet, which is good. It's not a bad start for a voyage, because we can essentially go for this first and wrap around, and maybe we get a bottle, or maybe we get a captain or a shipwreck on the way. Also, something that we've noticed as well when I've been doing this is that there isn't a lot of coral bottles in the Roar, because there is no shrines, there's no treasuries in the Roar. Now, that's not to say you can't find one or two of them, but I mostly get normal message in the bottles, which is phenomenal. And because if I go into like Shores of Plenty, for example, I will end up a whole wheel of coral quests, and I never do them because they're never stacked up, or I'm just really, really unlucky. So now we're going to switch over to some stream footage that I did pretty recently. This is one of my most successful runs doing this exact route that I have explained and showed to you, and just kind of show you just how profitable, how good this actually can be. I think we netted over 1.1 million in 5 hours, where if I did this in the other region, I'd be lucky if I broke 600k, just because of PvP that you have to consider, and just the loot is just not as profitable, because again, it's not an Ashen variant. You don't get that little bump up, which for a larger value of amount of items over time does make quite a difference. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. It has 4 total. Double bruh. Are you doing a voyage? At the moment, we're doing a voyage, an emissary quest, and bottle quest. And I think that's it. The compass is here too. I'll grab it. Man, I'm getting screwed on trinket drops from these guys lately. How much longer am I streaming for? Quite a bit. Damn, that's a good run, sweetie. This is looking like an OG, before they nerfed shipwrecks, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Alright, so I'll mark that off. I'm gonna go to Ruby's Fall and go get some crowns. I have a riddle here, right? Oh, funny enough, the compass is here too. What? That's hilarious, dude. Things are just falling into place today, right? It feels like it. It's kind of nice. The shallow grave to the south. Yeah. Hey, Crown of Flames. Woo! Dude, these are rare. I never get rid of bottle quests.
Really?
Yeah, no, I've very, very, very rare.
There.
Okay. It's just this sound effect is killing me. Yeah, now we play over under. Yeah, I'm gonna say this should be over a mil. This should be well over a mil.
1.2.
You're 1.2? I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll probably say 1.2 as well. You got PvP food and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can machine gun the loot all you want. Start from the very tip. There's a hidden gem down here. You got your own treasure chest?
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay. Did we just sell that epically quick? Alright, well, that's it.
Fishy! My fishy!
Alright, how much do you think?
1.3.
I'm gonna say, yeah, probably. I'm gonna stick with my 1.2. A mil.
Yeah?
A mil. The reason why I think it's a little less, we didn't get a lot of gems.
Oh.
Like mermaids wise, like that's 5 hours for a mil ain't bad. But we didn't get really any gemstones at all, whereas the last time I was getting doubles and triples of those like crazy. It's still coming in too, I think. Yeah, so I think generally, I think for 5 hours of time. Wow, so we actually did better than last time. We just didn't get a lot of gems. 1.1 mil, that's really, really good. 934, yeah, I think 1.1 is what we got basically. I'm at 55 right now. What did we get? 13 levels today? That ain't bad. Well, actually, no, we technically got 14 levels. Damn. That's pretty good.